Hello everybody, good afternoon and welcome to That's Football. It's the start of another Premier League weekend and we're live for the Merseyside derby, Watchalong, as Everton entertain Liverpool. And what a big game it is. It's different. It's different to any other year really, because Everton are in massive trouble, as we know. And Liverpool are, well, I mean, it was a fantastic result for them against Newcastle. I had my say. I will not change it. I will not change it. I refuse to change it. I will stubbornly stay in denial. Whereby I think that Newcastle were very hard done by. But it's over. The history books say 2-1, and we're now at Goodison Park. And I think Everton have made some signings, haven't they? Morpay's going to make his debut, of course. But we'll go through the team news for you. I'll come back to Surfshark in a minute. Surfshark are sponsoring the show today. You can get Surfshark. It's a virtual private network. Basically, they will give you 83% off and the first 3 months free when you use the code That's Football, or you can scan the QR code there. What is Surfshark? Effectively, you use it so that it protects your identity when you're online, and you can mask where you're actually at, which can protect you online. And also, if you're on holiday and you want to watch Amazon Prime or Netflix or whatever it is you want to watch, and you want to watch it with your UK login, you can be on holiday in Dubai or wherever, and you can just change your location to the UK. So it's good. It works like that. 3 months free and 83% off with the code That's Football. But just scan the QR code to do that and use the code. It's fantastic. But that's to do with that. But we'll come back to that in a little bit. I want to get the team news up on the screen for you, because we have got the live side data graphics carousel going round for you. That's the current league table as it stands, and as you know, that will update as games are being played, because it's as it stands. We are doing a 3 o'clock game as well, which is where that Premier League table really comes into play. We'll be keeping an eye on Chelsea versus West Ham at 3 o'clock, but there's loads of other games going on. So yeah, very excited by that. And you will have the team news coming round for you in a moment. That's the bottom of the league, and as you can see at the moment, Everton, really, that one win that they got. Who did Everton beat? I can't remember who Everton beat now. Someone in the chat will know. But one win from Everton for 5 from 15 points. And obviously another loss today. Really ramps the pressure up on Lampard. That's the stats. That will update by the second as we're playing. And then you're about to get the team news coming in now, of which I will give you anyway. So we've got Everton starting with Pickford, Patterson, Cody, Tarkowski and Mikalenko. So a back four for Everton with Davies, Onana and Iwobi in the midfield. And then Morpay, Gray and Gordon in the team. Michael Keane, Alan, McNeil, Begovic, Coleman, Gay, Vinagre, Rondon and Mills on the bench. The bench is starting to look a little bit better for Everton, isn't it? And obviously they've brought James Garner in, who's not on the bench. And then Liverpool line up with Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Samiskas, no Robertson, Elliot, Fabinho and Carvalho. And then Salah, Nunez and Diaz play. Obviously, he's done his 3 games without a red card now. So it's interesting, isn't it, that Firmino's done really well and he's on the bench. But Matip is back on the bench. They've got their new signing Arthur on the bench as well. Robertson is actually on the bench. So a bit of rotation here from Klopp. And yeah, it's looking strong for Liverpool, isn't it? Reece James got a big payday, says Joe. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. We're just going to start off. We're going to do a few polls going anyway in relation to who your signing of the summer was. We'll do a few heads on that, and we'll just work through to who the winner is. But let's just go with a bit of a poll on the result. We've got Everton win, we've got draw, and then we've got Liverpool win. Remember, we are doing the 3 o'clock games today as well. I had a choice to make again. It was either the 3 o'clock games or the 5:30 game, and I just think that Villa against Man City is the most obvious result ever. And I'm going to go out and have a meal before I do Talk Sports Call Goldbridge show at 7:30 till 9 o'clock tonight, which will also be live on YouTube. So make sure you tune in for that. That's where I'll be at 7:30 tonight, discussing all the weekend's results so far, and also looking forward to that massive game between Manchester United and Arsenal tomorrow. But we're about ready to go here. You can vote for your results. Liverpool win has got 62% at the moment. Opinions on Bednarek and Dendoncker. Where have they gone? Dendonker's gone to Villa, hasn't he? And Bednarek. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'm no Villa fan, but I know a lot of Villa fans. And when I saw you'd bought Bednarek and Dendoncker, I thought, yeah, that's just money you're never getting back on a manager that's not going to be good enough. I mean, you may as well have thrown that in the river. We've all seen it done before, you know, a manager's in trouble, they back them in the January transfer window or whatever. That just feels like a couple of bad signings that the new manager is never going to want to use. So, yeah, they need to work out for... they need to work out, don't they? Feels like this could be a draw, says Sarang. 2-1 to Everton, says Boyle. I do think that there's a vulnerability to Liverpool this year, and we've already seen it. But Everton's problem is scoring goals. Maybe this is the perfect time for Everton, really. Liverpool, if they win this, could go up to third with 11 points. Obviously, they'll have played a game more than everybody else. Everton with a win could go mid-table until the 3 o'clock game. So it's certainly very interesting as to what is. It's a big game. Basically, is what I'm trying to say in a bad way. It's a very big game. And Anthony Taylor's the referee. Don't worry. Chelsea aren't playing, so he might be all right. But after this, Liverpool play Wolves next Saturday, and then Everton play Arsenal next Sunday. So the problem that Everton have got here is if they don't win this, they probably don't beat Arsenal. And then you've got 3 points from 21. And that's basically sackable, isn't it? I've spoken to a few Everton fans. Funnily enough, on the Call Goldbridge show we do on Talk Sport on Saturday night, we've had an Everton fan on both weeks, and both times they've said that they back Lampard and don't blame Lampard. So I don't think as an outsider, I think Lampard's primed to get sacked, and I predicted he'd be the first sacking, which obviously he wasn't. But you know, you've got to respect fan bases. Nothing frustrates me more than when somebody comments on the Glazer out movement and goes, man's just spent 100 million on Anthony saying Glazer's out. And I'm like, you don't understand. It's not your club. You don't understand. And it's the same with Everton, isn't it? That, you know, you just don't understand. Still plenty of fans not in the ground yet, queuing up to get in. A lot of Liverpool fans there not in the ground. They'll be pissed off about that. Bad organisation. But, yeah, I think there's a few... I don't know whether we've got any Everton fans in the chat, but a lot of Everton fans seem to be very behind Lampard. And, you know, maybe with a few signings in the team, Morpay's in there as well. I mean, Everton are never going to finish top half of the table, but maybe Lampard can start to build something if they can pick up some results. Ty says, my granddad absolutely loves your channel and wants to be called in. Get him to call in tonight on Talk Sport, mate. I don't do a call in on here, but... You know, I love the calls on Talk Sport. So give me a call tonight, 7:30. It's live on YouTube and it's live on the radio. Can't remember what the number is, but I will endeavour to find it for you. Glazers out, says Mohammed. Liverpool are going to win 6-2 and sack Frank, says Grounded. Well, I mean, we haven't spoken about Nunez, is he? He's back. Ridiculous sending off against Crystal Palace. Seems a long time ago now, but they've spent 80 million euros on this lad. And he is a player that I actually really like. I know he plays for Liverpool, but it's a bit like Fabinho. I really wanted Fabinho to come to United. And when he went to Liverpool, I was like, well, they're getting a good player there, in my opinion. And I think they're going to get a good player in Darwin Nunez. We've spent a lot of time talking about Erling Haaland over the last couple of weekends, and corners cleared here, but Liverpool still keep it in. But Nunez is a chance magnet. He really is. I said this before, and I think we saw it in the Community Shield, and we saw it in the games against Fulham and Palace as well. Whether he takes those chances, obviously, is up for debate, but he's a chance magnet, and I'd be very surprised if he doesn't get a couple of good chances today for Liverpool. I think he's going to score a lot of goals. As I say, the Erling Haaland ability to score 2 hat-tricks in 2 games is quite rightly giving him all the plaudits. But Liverpool have got to get their season up and running, and Mo Salah's a player that's just lost the ball there on a bit of a run. Mo Salah's had a slow start to the season. Much the same as Son at Spurs. I mean, Salah and Son won the Golden Boot last year, and are we game 6 now? And neither of them have hit the ground running. So I think at some point we're going to see those. All right. What do I think the score will be tomorrow? Says Zach. I presume you're talking Manchester United, Arsenal. I'm going to go with a draw in that, although really need Manchester United to win. Eyesight going, Mark. I should wear my glasses on all streams. I just don't wear them on my. I actually should wear my glasses more than I do. But no, my eyes are a bit tired today, so I thought I'll wear them. Fantasy Premier League team. Good shout, Joseph. My Fantasy Premier League team today is. Let me get it up. Fantasy Premier League. I know I have Mendy in goal. I've made the same mistake again. I'm covering the Chelsea West Ham game later, but on the 3 o'clocks. But I've gone with Mendy and Cucurella. Know why I've done that. That's mistake number 1. Collins centre back and Delot has come into my team because I think Ben White might be injured, so I benched Ben White and I've got Delot in. My midfield is Salah, Odegaard, who's a doubt, Kulusevski and St. Maximin, who is a doubt. And then I've got Tony, Haaland, captain, and then Jesus up front. My bench is Ericsson, White and Veltman. So bit of a risk with St. Maximin, who probably won't play. But I've calculated that risk that over the course of the season, I had to get Rodrigo out, and I've gone for St. Maximin as the long-term replacement because Rodrigo's out for a month, isn't he? There we go. Mark, thoughts on Everton not starting Idrissa Gueye? Well, he's a brand new signing, isn't he? So maybe that's something to do with it. Right, here's Everton with a bit of a chance. Morpay, it's a 2v2. Holds up the ball quite well. Good ball into Onana. I thought he was going to hit that on his left foot, and he probably should have hit it on his left foot because he's now hit it on his left foot from a worse angle and scuffed it. When's Ronaldo going to expose these rumours, says Lit. I don't know that he is, mates. I don't know that he is because maybe that was all part of him leaving. I don't know. So, yeah, you make a good point. There is meant to be an interview with Ronaldo coming out. But maybe it won't happen now. I'll have to wait and see. I've not heard anything. Savage says Everton means business today. No, I'm not saying he's lied, Bon. I'm just saying I don't know when he's going to do it. I mean, I'm not his personal assistant. I don't know whether he's going to do it. But good start to this game so far. I tell you what, I don't know what the score's going to be. I think Liverpool will win, but I'll give you one guarantee. I'll guarantee you Davies gets booked for Everton. I guarantee he gets booked for Everton. Mark, thoughts on people not wearing a tie with a suit? Personally, I think it looks sloppy and unprofessional. Too many Premier League managers doing it, says Alex G. Well, Alex, we're going to disagree on this one, aren't you, B? Because I actually got married in a suit without a tie. So, you know, there we go. Which apparently wasn't good. I thought it was fashionable at the time. So me and the best man wore suits and a shirt without a tie. And it didn't go down well at the time, but, you know, rock and roll. I am doing the 3 p.m. games, Jaden. We'll set up the stream in a minute. We'll set it up in a minute. So conflict in the chat with Alex G, who doesn't like shirts without a tie. Yeah. What do you think about the Arthur loan? I think it's a clever deal by Liverpool. I mean, it's not always easy to do a good deal on the last day of the window, and I think that's an example of a good deal. Here's Damari Gray. Nice ball in. He should get the shot off. Oh, cross shot by Morpay, and Gordon wasn't quite alive to get on the end of it, and he knows if he anticipated that better, he's got a tap in, and he's got three goals in 3. It was lovely little play. Damari Gray slips Morpay in. The cross comes in and Gordon just not quite alive to it, really. What's for dinner tonight, Mark, says Football? I think I've got fish tacos or something like that. United have the best defence in the league. Change my mind, says M. Parker. Well, look, I'm very, very intrigued by the reaction to my combined 11 yesterday, which was as volatile as I predicted, really. I did my combined 11. It's on the homepage for Manchester United and Arsenal yesterday. And it completely got lost that my front four were all Arsenal players. Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus, and obviously Saka. I could have put Sancho in there. I didn't. I went with an Arsenal front four. But the fact that I went with a United back five, they just couldn't deal with it. Hi, Mark. I sent you a message to the email on your YouTube. My email is gmail1 with a name and the numbers 1110. Did you have a chance to read it? I haven't seen it. United have the best defence in the league. Changed my mind. That's some M. Parker there. I'll have a look, mate, but I haven't seen anything. Celtic are winning 1-0, by the way. And Joey's having a nice takeaway tonight. Celtic have scored against Rangers. So there you go. Celtic scored against Rangers. Let me just draw your attention to something. We are sponsored by Surfshark on the stream today. Link is in the video description and you can get 3 months free and 83% off. Let me tell you about Surfshark. Today's show is sponsored by them. As I'm sure you're aware by now, Surfshark is a virtual private network, and one of the best things about Surfshark is their data protection services, making sure my private messages, photos, videos, and other sensitive material is protected. But my personal favourite thing about Surfshark, and the thing I think you will like the most, is you can change your location on Netflix or other location-based streaming services. So if you're away in New York and you want to watch your UK Netflix, you just change your location from New York to the UK. That's what Surfshark does. You can also use it as across as many devices as you like, even if they're used at the same time. And it's also available on every device you can think of: Android, iOS, Amazon Fire, etc. And it's even got other features like the alert system that will notify you when your personal information has been leaked online. And because Surfshark are super nice, they give That's Football viewers 83% off and the first 3 months free. Not 1 month, not 2 months, but 3 months free. Link is in the description as always, or you can scan the QR code. It's well worth a try when it's free to try, and I think you'll really like it. Surfshark, links in the description, or scan that QR code, give it a go for free, and give it a go for free for 3 months. Check it out. If you've used the virtual private network before, give Surfshark a try. If you haven't, well worth giving it a try, and it's free as well. Surfshark, thank you very much. Link in the description. So, still 0-0 after the first 11 minutes here. Everton are certainly in this game, and not just because they're playing it, but also because they're in it. They're doing quite well at the moment, and Liverpool not really, again, firing on all cylinders. Something just not quite right about Liverpool at the moment. I'm sure there will be something quite right about Liverpool at some point. They're just too good to keep, basically scrapping through games. Every game's a scrap for Liverpool at the moment. They've not had a definitive Liverpool type performance apart from that Bournemouth annihilation. But so far Liverpool are doing reasonably well, but so are Everton. Hello, Kieran. Mark, how do you watch 3 p.m. kickoff? Says PS. You don't in the UK, so I don't know whether you're trying to trap me, but you don't. And I thought Goldbridge was afraid of sharks. I am, but it's not a real one. What was that about Lewis Hamilton included as an owner of Mark, says Michael? Oh, it was just a quote from Lewis Hamilton. I don't know whether it's from this weekend, but he's talking about the Sir Jim Radcliffe, and he said, look, I've not been approached by him about Manchester United, but I'd very much like to be involved in that sort of thing. How are you, Mark? Keep up the great content as the Ronaldo stand. I'm very good. I like the name as well. Patterson and Diaz being spoken to by Anthony Taylor. Storm in a teacup, really. It's a Merseyside derby. And he's just making a name for himself, Anthony Taylor, here. Look, there's absolutely no point. It's a Merseyside derby and they've had a little bit of a push. Let it go, mate. I think he's such a bad referee. What do I think of Anthony Gordon? I don't really get why Chelsea wanted to spend 60 million on him. I think he's a talent, but I mean, look, Everton's biggest talent I've ever seen is Wayne Rooney. And when you watched Rooney, you were like, yeah, I can see why United want to pay that. Newcastle offered big money for him as well. But Anthony Gordon, I don't think that was a good move for Chelsea. And I think it's good for him to stay at Everton for another year. Hi, Mark. Who do you support in the Prem? Says John. Oh, I think we've got some trolls in the chat. So, yeah, I think Anthony Gordon is better off being at Everton, and we can all take a good look at him and see what he's really all about. But I think that Chelsea move was the wrong move. I think he's a good player, Ryan, but I don't think he's ready for that. And I think it's good for Everton that he stays, really. The worst thing is seeing a talent go too soon and then they just, fade into mediocrity. Because at Chelsea, the pressure's on, isn't it? At Everton, it's the right environment for him at Everton, really. I fancy Liverpool to win this game, but to be fair, it's been a bit of an even first 15 minutes here. Mark my words, United in the top four with Arsenal, City and Liverpool. What do you think? Says Radu. So Spurs and Chelsea out. Don't know about that. Spurs are playing at 3 o'clock today as well, aren't they? So we've got some good 3 o'clocks to keep an eye on actually today. So we will be live at 3 o'clock. Chelsea West Ham's going to be the one that I'm keeping my ears on. But Brentford and Leicester are playing at 3. Newcastle Palace are playing at 3. Forest Bournemouth are playing at 3. And also Spurs and Fulham and Wolves and Southampton are playing at 3. So we've got a lot of 3 o'clock kickoffs. In fact, we've got 6 to keep an eye on. So it's going to be good fun. Tune in at 3 o'clock for that. Would you take a female manager at United, says Reese? Well, I don't really care if the manager's female or male. I'm really not sexist, so it doesn't bother me. But there isn't a manager in female football at the moment that would be good enough to take a Premier League job at the moment, is there? So, no, there isn't one I would take at Manchester United at the moment, but there might be one in the future. I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure it matters to some people. It doesn't matter to me. Who do I think is going to win the World Cup, Bill? Boringly, I think France. Yeah, I think France. Anthony's shirt number is number 21 for Manchester United. Celtic winning against Rangers, says CJ. Yeah, they're 1-0 up. And Alex says, stuck at home with a pinched nerve in my neck. United stand and that's football has been the best medicine. Do we have a buyback with the sale of Garner, says Alec. Apparently not. We've got a 20% sell on. So if he goes for 15... So if Everton sell Garner for 30 million, United get 6. 20%. Am I the only one, or do Liverpool's press not as intense as before? Is it just this game, says Sharath? Now, I spoke about this... I don't know whether it was on the midweek watch-alongs or not, but where do you see United finishing this season after all the signings, says Ashton? Probably 5th or 4th, really. I spoke about this about Liverpool, and I don't know whether it's done purposely or not, but I guarantee if you check their pressing intensity last season, good run by Damari Gray, loses it. If you check Liverpool's pressing intensity, they're on the break here, Liverpool with Diaz, see what happens. It's a terrible ball. Absolutely terrible. Salah will keep it in though. If you check Liverpool's pressing intensity last season and compare it with this season, I guarantee you they fell off a bit. And it might be because you can't do that. You can't put that level of intensity in season after season. So maybe Liverpool have had to slow down a little bit this year. Maybe they have to do one season on, one season off. I don't know. But they're not playing with the same intensity. And you can see it again. They're not playing with the same intensity. They're not pressing with the same intensity as they were last year. But maybe they're doing that on purpose. Maybe they realise that they can't do that this season anyway because of the scheduling. Who knows? Hi Mark, where do you see I've done that one? And what manager do you think is in danger of the sack, says David? Gerrard, Rodgers, I suppose Lampard, maybe Bruno Lage if they don't win as well. There will always be a surprise one as well. I mean, I think Cooper at Forest is a good coach, but the money they've spent, they will sack him if they keep losing games. Nobody's mentioning that, but they will. I don't think they will lose games. Good header on the back post there from Nunez. There's his first chance. Good cross by Trent to the back post. Heads it over the bar. Told you, he's a chance magnet. Trent whips the cross. Back post. I mean, that's a corner, isn't it? No, it's a bad header. It's a very bad header. Oh, it's not an easy chance. Moyes could be in trouble as well, yeah. Gordon would have become another Ross Barkley if he went to Chelsea, says Alligator. Yeah, I definitely think that Gordon is better off staying at Everton for another year and developing there. I mean, it's a massive game today, actually. Chelsea-West Ham, I'm surprised it's a 3 o'clock game. It's a massive game because Chelsea desperately need to win. So do West Ham. Can't afford to really lose another game. Mark, Reece James or Trent, says Joe. I mean, I like them both, but I'd probably choose Reece because he's more rounded. Everton, cross comes in. No. I thought there was going to be a shout for a handball, but there wasn't. Gok says, what's happened to Son? He's not performing well lately. Same as what's happening with Sancho. I think they've just had a bit of a slow start to the season. No, hits his backside. Nod his arms. Thoughts on Poch coming back to the Premier League, says Radu. I think he probably will come back to the Prem at some point. Ryan says that Chelsea had the game moved because they play at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. It was scheduled for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Yeah, the scheduling is just ridiculous this season, isn't it? Hi, Mark. When Anthony eventually gets in the starting 11, can you see Ten Hag benching Rashford? Says Magnus. No, I actually think he'll try and persist with Rashford through the middle. You know. But talking of through the middle, though, I mean, Erling Haaland, I've got to mention this. He is my captain in my Premier League side, and I did put him in straight away. I think these people who said that Haaland are going to flop were doing it because through fear or stupidity or just blind faith, because logically you don't know football if you thought Erling Haaland was going to fail. It's impossible to fail playing for Man City unless you're absolutely trash. You will get chance after chance after chance every single game. If Ronaldo had gone to Man City last year, he would have scored 30, 40 goals. If Harry Kane had gone, he would have scored 30, 40 goals. There are so many goals in that Man City side. And then you add a player like Erling Haaland to it, who is one of the best strikers in the world. It's inevitable that he's going to be a success. In no part of me, when he scored a hat-trick the other night or against, or last weekend, against Palace, did I think, oh, I'm really surprised. I mean, Haaland scoring loads of goals for Man City is like, it was so obvious. And I don't get why people even thought for a minute he was going to flop. It's just a complete and utter, you know, it's all right saying, well, he surprised me, well done. Where have you been for the last few years? Not only a Haaland, but Man City. It was just so logical that he was going to do so well. He's so strong. There's not a weakness to his game. He's quick. He can finish with his right foot. I think he goes with his left too much, but he can finish with his right foot. He's got a deadly left foot. He can score tap-ins. He's got a very powerful shot. He's good in the air, and he's ridiculously physical. He's an absolute handful as a player. He's got good discipline as well. You know, he's not like Nunez. He doesn't get red cards or anything like that. The only question mark about Haaland was how Pep was going to adapt him into his system. And obviously we've seen how that happens all right. But he's perfect for the Premier League, like Martin said. And yeah, I mean, my golden boot prediction that I do at the start of the season has been a jinx for the last few years, Werner, Lukaku. But I'm not going to be a jinx this year. I think Haaland, it's easy. It's like going into an exam and being given the questions. Oh, good shot by Davies from the edge of the... No, Gordon straight at the keeper. So, yeah, I think that Haaland is a no-brainer, really. And I think you're a no-brainer if you thought he was going to be a flop. What do you think of Sheffield Wednesday, says Darren Moore. I've always liked Sheffield Wednesday. From a kid, Chris Waddle, Paul Werhurst, David Hurst, John Sheridan. Yeah, I liked that Trevor Francis team. Double finalists against Arsenal and lost them both. I think it was the Coca-Cola Cup then days and then the FA Cup. Was it 93, 94? No, it can't have been 93, 94 because United won the... It must have been 93 because United won the FA Cup and the double in 94. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. I think we're very close. I need to update that and I'll do it now. I think we're really close to 755,000. Yeah, we are. We're only a few hundred away. So please subscribe to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. You're all very welcome. 23 minutes gone here. Not a lot happening, but I suspect Everton will be the happier of the two teams because Liverpool have not really probed in the way that I think they would like to have so far. So a good start by Everton, and to be fair to Everton, and I think any Everton fan would agree on this, or anybody who's watched Everton so far, they are defending and playing reasonably well as a team. They just can't score goals. That's their problem at the moment. But at the moment here, they're doing quite well. So give a bit of credit to Everton. Organisation is better. The football's not been too bad either. But it remains 0-0. Goal kick. Goal kick to Liverpool. Is Nunez a flop, says Jay? No, you can't call him a flop yet. And I don't think he'll flop either. In fact, here we go then. It's another example, isn't it? If you think Nunez is going to flop, you're not too bright either, because he will get... He may miss some sitters, but he will score goals. He will score 20 goals for Liverpool. Piece of piss. So there you go. There's a big prediction for you that's very obvious as well. Make Jesus will get more goals than Haaland. So Zayn Miasi, hat-trick tomorrow, 6 wins in 6, and we march on. I guarantee you, Zayn, any money that Jesus will not get more goals than Erling Haaland this season. Has he got 9 or 10 already in the Prem? Yeah, it's not going to happen. Will Ricky be sober tomorrow? It's nice how the United stand caters for the elderly, says M. Parker. And Mark, don't forget about this biggest game of the day, Grimsby Town against Newport. Score predictions, says Michael T. I've got absolutely no idea. I know it's in League 2 because Grimsby got promoted against Solihull Moors from the National League, but I'm going to go 1-1. He's got 9 in 5 so far. Thanks for the chat there for Erling Haaland. City should start both Haaland and Alvarez, says Football is Life. Who do you think is competing with Man City for the title this year? At this moment in time, I predicted Man City would win the league. I think there is a vulnerability to Man City, but even that vulnerability, I think they'll still be... They look like they're going to be very, very, very clear, don't they, at the moment? Look, at the moment, Arsenal are City's biggest contender because they're top of the league. But yeah, I think City look very, very consistent again, don't they? And, but having said that, they were 2-0 down to Palace at half-time. I know they smashed them, but they were 2-0 down. They were 2 goals down to Newcastle and they drew. So you can still get at Man City, but you've got to be on it. Bit of a chance there, but Pickford's on the end of it easy. 26 minutes gone, still 0-0. Aubameyang has got a broken jaw, so he won't play, says Lewis. No, that's right. Did you see Aubameyang's Chelsea announcement video? I mean, considering he knew he was going to Chelsea for about a month, he really didn't look that excited, did he? I don't know whether he got locked in on the whole loyalty to Arsenal thing, but at the end of the day, mate, you don't play for Arsenal, you play for Chelsea. You can't play both sides. There's no way you can keep Arsenal fans happy and Chelsea fans happy. You're a Chelsea player now. Get on with it. S. Quinlan says, I think you're disregarding Arsenal a bit. We've signed a few players and haven't been playing well. Arsenal school you as I think we are far behind. Arsenal school you as I don't know what you're on about there, mate. And I'm not underestimating Arsenal at all. I've always been quite complimentary of Arteta's Arsenal, so I don't really know what you're on about there. Nunez only did it for 1 season at Benfica. I don't get the hype, says HKN. The season before this, Brighton turned to transfer Nunez down for 25 million. He will flop. And can Anthony kick with both feet? Looks like he seriously favours his left. Do you think that could hinder him? I'm very keen to see him play though, says Nick. Well, Marcus Rashford doesn't use his left foot either. Loads of players don't use their other foot and can still be very good. Gamer Dude, thanks for the super chat. And Mark, we were the first team to ever achieve a second invincible season, says Zane. Oh, Zane. It's too early to be this drunk. Zane, sponsored by Carling. Forest Green v Shrewsbury prediction. Got no idea Shrewsbury goals, but I hope Shrewsbury win. For no other reason other than I like the name better. Liverpool are very bad, says Jar. Well, I was just about to talk about that. They're not playing particularly well. I just tweeted it there. They just don't look right this season, do they? Don't know whether we've got any Liverpool fans in the chat. What are your thoughts on this so far? We've had half an hour and Everton have had more shots than Liverpool. 3 shots to 2. They're arguably playing the better team. Gordon into the back post, over hits. Andy Ferguson says, Forest have made 20 new signings and they lost 6-0. Forest will win today, 3 o'clock. I guarantee you will be covering a Forest win. They're playing Bournemouth, and they've bought too many good players to not start winning games against the shit in the league. And obviously Bournemouth are shit. Although they got a good point against Wolves. It's Trent. Not a great ball. Fabinho picks it up. Liverpool aren't taking their chances, says Ziggy. They're not creating any chances, mate. Is Kevin coming back in fan cams? I thought Kev was already back. I thought Kev did the fan forum on Wednesday night. He did. Got me thinking then. He's already back. He's been on holiday. He's on the fan forum. He was on Wednesday night. Thursday night. Thoughts on Chelsea? Well, we'll be talking about Chelsea in more depth at 3 o'clock. But, I mean, Chelsea are doing the worst out of the top 6, aren't they? If you look at that league table, they're not quite on there at the moment, but they are on page 1. Big thanks for the entertainment, Mark, says Gamer Dude. Thanks for the super chat, pal. Appreciate that. I think Chelsea just don't look very fluid at the moment. There's your stats, look. Everton have had 3 shots to Liverpool's 2. And Liverpool have not had a shot on target yet after half an hour against Everton. So that needs to improve. Mistake to let Mane go. Everyone gets stuck on goals and forget that there's so much more to football. Liverpool most impotent forward was Mane, not Salah. Important player was Mane, not Salah. They will struggle this season. I don't think it's just because of Mane. I mean, I think Mane is fantastic. I said this, and it was controversial at the time, but I stand by it. Lewandowski is one of the world's best players, but I think Bayern Munich are going to be a better side without him. And they were a very good side with him, but I think that Bayern Munich was my outside tip to win the Champions League, because I think if they keep everybody fit, they're just a much more mobile team now. The way they play as a front three, it's just so fast that I think they could end up being a better team, and obviously Mane is a big part of that. So Everton on the attack here. Damari Gray's in the box, bit of a nothing there. Go back to Patterson and let him cross it. Nah, too greedy. That's it. He wants to cross it. Oh, headed out by Fabinho. And they get rid of it. So, yeah, Mane's a massive loss for Liverpool. But... Oh, Morpay! God, is it the post? Oh, is it the post? Davies. Morpay hits the shot. It gets blocked. It falls to Davies. Alisson is beaten and he hits the post and I think he's got to score. What a chance this is. Good battling by Everton. Cross comes in. Poor defending by Gomez. Morpay goes with the shot. And Davies, wow, to be fair, he's used the outside of his foot. He's a bit unlucky. I don't think you'd say in the box you've got to score, but he is a midfielder and he has used the outside of his foot. He's probably a bit unlucky there. But inside of the post for Everton, they're the better side. And we're talking Liverpool and what their problems are. And of course they miss Mane, but I think it's too simplistic to say Mane's the only reason. Mane's one player. And that Liverpool team has been a brilliant team because it's a team. And there would be a drop-off when you lose Mane if you think he's your best player. But they've dropped off in all areas. I think the intensity of Liverpool has changed. I don't think they're pressing as much. I don't think there's as much fluidity. I think they look tired as a team. I think they look like they're still not over last year where they could have won a quadruple and they ended up with no league and Champions League. I think that summer's probably been quite small for them. And I think they've come back and they're back in the grind and they're not back in the gear. Burnout's a sideshow, yeah. So I think, I think losing Mane is big for them, but I just don't think they can get back in their rhythm. But I think they will. Good cross by Trent there into the back post. Diaz should have took a touch. Bad control. Do you think Casemiro will finally start over Scott, says Kia? I've got a funny feeling Alanga and McTominay will start tomorrow and it'll be an unchanged team. Which I think is a mistake, but hopefully we'll still win. 2-0 to Celtic. It's 2-0 to Celtic. Thank you very much, everybody. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Big day on That's Football today. This is where I mainly am today. So all the way through till about 2:30 with this game. Little break and then back for the 3 o'clock kickoffs through till 5 o'clock on That's Football. So we've got loads of 3 o'clock games to keep you up to date with. And we'll be doing that at 3 o'clock as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. You're all very welcome on That's Football. We're not doing a watch-along tomorrow on That's Football because the 2 games tomorrow are Leicester against Brighton at 2 o'clock, but obviously I'm doing United Stand for Arsenal, Man United. So double watch along on here today, and then Man United on the United Stand tomorrow. And don't forget, tonight I'm on TalkSport. It's the Mark Goldbridge show, 7:30 till 9 o'clock. You can call in and have your say about any team or anything you want to talk about. It's also live on YouTube, TalkSport channel. 55% of you went with the Liverpool win. We had 17,000 votes. 55% went with the Liverpool win, 22% draw, and 23% Everton win. I mean, that's reflective of where Liverpool are at the moment. You'd normally have about 70-80% going with the Liverpool win, but they're just not at the races at the moment, are they? They're not quite at races at moments, and I think they will get there, but are they giving up too many points at this point to get back at Man City? I don't think they necessarily are, but they do need to start picking up some results. Champions League this week. Yeah, looking forward to it. Tuesday night's not as good as Wednesday night, to be fair. I don't know whether I'm going to do a Tuesday night one. I'll see. Ten minutes to go to half time, and I don't think Liverpool are going to be very happy with this, are they? Sorry about that. That's quite annoying. Yeah. What can I say? Liverpool will probably find a way to win, and Liverpool fans would say, well, that's what you do, isn't it? You win when you're playing badly, but just not in the game at the moment. Salah, I mean, look, these players are still quality, but you know what? I've said it a few times. I think Liverpool's problem is the midfield. That's a great cross by Harvey Elliott. Everton deal with it well. Who do you support in the F1, Mark? I'm a Mercedes. I mean, I love McLaren. I like the old teams, really. I do like Williams. That was my favourite team as a kid. Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill. But, yeah, I like Lewis Hamilton. I like George Russell. I like Mercedes. Not really a Red Bull fan, to be honest. When will you have Zayn on? Give the fans what they want, says Sonny. I don't know whether Zayn wants to come on. Zayn should call into TalkSport. How good was the Beckham goal versus Greece, says War Order? It was just that game was so frustrating. Carvalho's injured for Liverpool here. He stayed down a few seconds. And he's not really moving much. I mean, he's not dead. He's holding his leg. But what I'm saying is it might be... I mean, he just gets tripped up, really. Those are the sort of injuries that you worry about because it's not... He's really hurt himself on the knee. Onana's a big unit. He is. He's an impressive signing as well. Right, just while they're doing that, it gives Goldbridge a chance to do what he likes to do. Hey, guess what, Seb? I'm just about to have a stretch. Seb loves stretches as well, don't you, Seb? We like stretching, don't we? We love it. Good, good. There we go. Seb was telling me this morning that he loves waking up in the morning and just the best stretch is the arm stretch in the morning. Yeah. We were playing a bit of Fall Guys last night and the internet went down. It was good. We only got about... It's on my Twitch channel. We only got about 10 minutes. We need to do it again. It was good fun. Are you going to do Italy versus England? Oh, I don't know. Have you ever been to Sweden? If not, can you please come so we can have a cup of tea and biscuit? Can't you see I've missed it? If you know, you know, says John. I'd love to go to Sweden. I haven't been. Oh, we see. Again, another cross from Salah. And Nunez gets up well. No direction. You could say he's had 2 half chances with the head. Yeah. Very good in the air, Nunez, but that's very high. Closed his eyes. 5 minutes to go to half time. Carvalho looks all right. Bit of a dead leg yet. Yeah, it looked like it was more of a bang than a twist or anything like that. It didn't look anything sinister, to be honest with you. A bit early. Brexit boy says Nunez is good with his head. I know from experience. Maybe a Benfica, but maybe a Benfica fan or maybe a pervert. We don't know. We'll go with the Benfica thing. Distribution's not been good from Pickford. Everton missing Richarlison. I mean, at times Morpay looks like Richarlison with the bleached hair, but that's about where it stops. Could be a headbutt joke. Could be a headbutt joke. Yes. Didn't get that context there. So a couple of minutes. We're going to do a bit of a transfer thing at half time. We're going to do signing of the summer. We're going to do a few head-to-heads, and you will decide who the signing of the summer was. Sort of winner stays on. Really, we'll start off with it, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been quite encouraged by Everton here. Goal kick. To Everton, give us some percentage for you that Ronaldo will start tomorrow. 40%, what do you think, says Hala Madrid? I actually think that we're learning about Ten Hag and he's quite stubborn on his team selection. So I think he might go with the same team again with Alanga and McTominay starting, Casemiro, Ronaldo, Anthony on the bench. Mark, no one questions 85 million for Nunez, but the media focus on 95 for Anthony. Another demonstration of media Liverpool bias, says Alex G. No, I'm not defending Liverpool here, but Liverpool spent 80 million euros on Nunez at the start of the window because that was the price. Manchester United spent 100 million euros on Anthony at the end of the window because they were stupid. If we'd tried to buy Anthony when Liverpool bought Nunez, we wouldn't have spent 100 million euros. We would have spent about 70, maybe even 65. So I think the scrutiny of the... Oh my God! Oh my God! What a save and what a shot by Nunez. And then the post. Oh my God, Liverpool have come alive here. My Christ. What a bit of play. That woke us up. Nunez nearly scores the goal of the season. They're showing the Diaz shot who hits the inside of the post. It should be 1-0 to Liverpool. They came alive there. But look at this from Darwin Nunez on the chest. The volley technique is magnificent. And then Pickford tips it up onto the bar. That is magnificent. Absolutely fantastic. What a shot by Nunez. What a save by Pickford. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's what we watch football for. That was magnificent, that was. I told you, Nunez is a good player. People want him to flop, but you're going to end up in the same situation as Haaland. He's going to be a good player. That was brilliant, that was. Do you recommend the Man United stock as an investment, says Sin? I don't know. I'm not the person to speak to about that. Celtic are winning 3-0, by the way. And, yeah, the reason that the Anthony deal is getting scrutiny is because we've overpaid desperately at the end of the window. If we'd have tried to buy him earlier in the window, he would have been a lot cheaper. I think he's a fantastic player, but we have overpaid. Somebody said it deflected. Mate, do you understand? Somebody just said it would be an own goal. Oh, I don't think people understand football. The Nunez one can't be an own goal. He's shooting towards the goal. If it deflects a little bit, it's still his goal. He hit it well. He hit it well. Look, one of the greatest goals I've ever seen, Wayne Rooney against Man City overhead kick. He shinned it. It wasn't even a clean connection. So the perfect goal isn't always the perfect hit. CK, thanks. Welcome to the Members Club. Liverpool have gone up a gear here. Totally agree with Casemiro, Ericsson and McTominay, says Ronnie. Yeah, but he just won't drop Bruno. Good cross, corner. Liverpool just pushing here. They'll be quite happy. They'll be quite happy with the end of season here. End of half. They've done quite well, Liverpool here. They'll be quite happy. Corner by Liverpool. They're good at corners. Van Dijk headed away. 45 minutes as we approach half-time, but it's a good run down the right-hand side. It's Gordon. Gomez has done him there. Very, very good defending. 2 minutes added on. Game starting to stretch a bit. Morpay fouled. When Ji-Sung Park took the ball off you, did you consider giving him a kicking? Oh, it was too slow, Sin. Too slow. So I played a game at Old Trafford a few years ago, and I was on the edge of the box at the Stretford end, and I asked for the ball. Someone cut it back to me. I looked around. I was like, I'm going to score. Just about to kick it, and Ji-Sung Park came from nowhere and ran away with it. I didn't know. I didn't know where he came from. Just stole my moment. I got 2 assists, but I didn't score. Everton on the attack. Nunez doing the defensive work there and clearing it. 30 seconds to go to half-time. Then we're going to go through. You're going to be voting for it, not me. Summer transfer of the window. Who do you think's been the best signing? I think we already had some contenders for this as well. We do. We've got quarterfinals, semi-finals, the lot. It's half-time. It's 0-0. And I tell you what, apart from that little bit at the end from Liverpool where they came alive, maybe they'll carry that into the second half. But for the main part, Everton have been very competitive in this game. And Liverpool have been a bit quiet. But they came alive. Post hit by Davies for Everton. Probably should have been 1-0. But Liverpool at the end of the half, and a stunning save from Pickford from a fantastic shot by Nunez. And then straight after that, Diaz hit this inside of the post. It's 0-0 at half-time in the Merseyside derby. And a point probably doesn't help Liverpool. London-born, moved to Toronto many years ago and still follow every match I can. Just curious, do you enjoy hockey? I love it, mate. Also, thanks, Mark. I tune in often and I'm homesick, says Rob. Mate, if you talk about ice hockey, I really do think it's one of those sports I could watch and enjoy, but I'll never do it in this lifetime because there's not enough time. I like ice hockey. I like American football. I get to service my American football desire because it's, once a week and it's only for a few months. But ice hockey, I just think it's too involved. Right, we're going to go straight into this and we're going to start getting you involved. I've got 8 players who I consider, we spoke about it a couple of streams ago, the best 8 signings of the summer. You're going to vote for them. And then after the winner's out, we'll give them a pot shot against anybody else you want to have a go at. So, summer signing of the window. Transfer of the summer. Transfer of the summer, I'm going to call it. So, you know what? I don't know what Seb's had for dinner, but I can get... It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. I'm getting a faint smell of vinegar that's been on potato, and it's killing me. Absolutely killing me. Right, look, these are the top 8. So here we go. First quarterfinal, Koulibaly against Jesus. Get involved. Haaland or Jesus, because without Haaland, you would already expect City to win the league, but with Jesus, he kind of completes what Arsenal have been building, in my opinion, says Gamer. So get involved with the first one. We've got 8 players. They'll go quarterfinal, semi-final, final. Klopp's tinkering hasn't worked this year, says the HPN. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're on the road to, what are we on? 755,000. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. You're all welcome on That's Football. Lots of watch-alongs, lots of shows. You might have seen my video yesterday. Combined 11. Arsenal, Manchester United. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 755,000. We're only 300 away. We could hit it today. It's free to do it, bottom right-hand corner. And we are live for the 3 o'clock games as well. I'll set that stream up in a minute. I'm going to have a little break after this and then back for 3 o'clock games. Loads of 3 o'clock games. Jesus has won that one easy. I'm going to end it. It's not fair on Koulibaly. I've never seen a poll like it. Koulibaly 10%, Jesus 90%. He's been absolutely battered. Sub him off. So Jesus is through. Need my pen. Jesus is through. I didn't do these. These are. I'm going to change that. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. So. Next quarter-final. This is a good one. You'll like this one. Raheem Sterling or Zinchenko is the next quarter-final for signing of the summer. I love this. This is great. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved. 0-0 then. I need to stop the clock as well. It's been an interesting Merseyside derby. I mean, I'd rather watch a derby where it's close. The last thing you want is a not close game. But I do think there is an interesting element here that when you look at the Premier League table, as it stands, Liverpool have got 9 points from 18. If it stays as a draw, Liverpool have got 9 points from 18. That means they've dropped 50% of their points from 6. They need to win, Liverpool. They need to win. Because if City win today and Liverpool draw, that gap becomes, 7 points. That's a lot. That's a lot after 6 games. Anyway, let's go back to what people are saying. It's close. It's close between Sterling and Zinchenko. Obviously, Zinchenko's been a bit injured, but Sterling was a bargain. Don't forget that, says Inspector. I'm going to count it down from 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sterling has stayed on 56% and Zinchenko has stayed on 44%. So Sterling goes through to the semi-final and Zinchenko goes out. Okay, yeah, that's right. This is a bit of an interesting one. I like it, but it's a bit of an interesting one. Just to show that we're not too top 6 orientated. Bella Kotchup or Nick Pope? There you go. That's going to test your football knowledge, isn't it? I mean, I've watched Bella Kotchup play the last 2 games for Southampton and he's been bloody brilliant. So he came in from the Bundesliga for not much money and obviously Nick Pope's gone from Burnley. So shout out for the unfashionable clubs. We've got a Southampton player and we've got a Newcastle player. Basuma's not featured, Foggy, because he's basically not featured, has he? Only just turned in. You might have already spoken about it, but Cody's constant failed long balls are even pissing me off, and I'm a United fan, says Fearless Official. Yeah, Everton's tactics are quite basic, but that's where they've gone back to basics, haven't they, to try and get some points, really. I feel we might have missed somebody here. Is there anybody that stands out to you that we might have missed? I mean, I might not have missed them because we've got another quarter-final to go, but is there any... Fofana's not played any games yet. We're not doing non-Premier League, so that's fine. Perisic is not a bad shout, to be honest. Martinez is coming, don't worry. Frankie de Jong. Yeah, I'm not including Anthony or anyone like that because you've got to take into account the first few games of the season, haven't you? Isaac, maybe in a few weeks. Remember, we're doing the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and Newcastle are one of those 3 o'clock kickoffs. There's some good 3 o'clock kickoffs. We will be live at 3 o'clock for those as well. If you're not aware of what the 3 o'clock kickoffs are, Brentford Leeds, Chelsea West Ham, big game that for 3 o'clock really. Newcastle Palace, Forest Bournemouth, Tottenham, Fulham and Wolverhampton, Southampton. Chelsea West Ham was meant to be on the telly tomorrow at 2 o'clock, but it's been moved because of the Champions League. So big game that is, and we'll be covering that for you at 3 o'clock. Nick Pope's going to win this. I disagree. I must admit I disagree on this, but Nick Pope wins with 54% of the vote to 46. I would take that as a positive if I was a Southampton fan, though. The fact that Bella Kotchup has pushed himself into the quarterfinals and got 46% of the vote. I mean, let's be honest, there'll be a lot of people watching this who haven't even watched Southampton this year, so they'll be like, who the hell are you on about? But watch out for him. He played really, really well in the last couple of games for them. And they play Wolves today, so it'll be interesting to see if they defend well against them. Could be another 0-0. So Nick Pope goes into semi-final, which leaves our final quarter-final, which I think we all know who's going to win. What a show you are missing at the moment, Mark, says Jordan. Celtic 3-0 up against Rangers. That's what he's talking about. Our final quarter-final then. I think I know which way it's going to go. Lisandro Martinez will play Erling Haaland. Now, he pocketed him last year for Ajax against Dortmund. Some people seem to think he's going to get annihilated, even though Martinez has experience of playing against Haaland. But Haaland against Martinez is your last quarter-final. Fearless Offence says, I'm starving and I'm trusting you here, Mark. Do I get a quarter pounder or a chicken fiesta? Go for the quarter pounder, Fearless Official. Erling Haaland's taken an early lead. It's not a surprise. We're talking about signing of the summer. Half-time little interactive. This is what we do on this channel. You're all very welcome. We're only 200 subscribers away from 755,000, by the way. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. Does anyone watch The Cube, says the chosen one. I'm going to give it a few more seconds on Haaland versus Martinez because whilst Haaland is way out in the front, it is coming down a little bit. There seems to be a lot of people voting for Martinez. Now, it could be to troll Man City fans, which, you know what, I think we're all up for a bit of that. But Haaland is quite far out in front at the moment. So I'm going to count down. He's on 73%. Keep voting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it stays on 73%. So Haaland, oh, it changed. Oh shit. Well, it wasn't going to make a massive difference, but it did go to 72%. Martinez didn't pocket Haaland. Dortmund couldn't get the ball out of the half against Ajax, says James. Oh, you must have been watching a different game. I'm a Norwegian Man United fan, kind of difficult, but I have to go for Haaland on this one. Mate, Haaland has to win that, even as a United fan. Are you going to be in the Sidemen football match? Says DW. No, I've not been asked. No, 100%. I know they're doing their reveals, and I don't want to ruin it. And I'm sure it doesn't ruin it for anybody. But if for any of the handful of people who thought I might be in that. No, not in no way have I been asked at all. So we're into the semi-finals now. So Haaland is through, and okay, interesting. Okay. So first semi-final is Sterling against Jesus. Signing of the summer, Sterling or Jesus. Get your votes in there. Don't forget, while we're doing this as well, I'm just going to pin it to the screen at half time. You might be aware of it anyway, but I'll just remind you, this stream is sponsored by Surfshark. What is Surfshark? I'll tell you what Surfshark is. It's a virtual private network. It basically means that when you turn Surfshark on, it will protect your identity, your sensitive material, etc. by concealing what your location is. So that if you are on holiday in Mallorca, Spain, and you want to log into your UK Netflix, you can tell it that you're in London, or you can log into the Spanish one, whatever you want to do, which works really well for things like location-specific streaming services, etc. You can get 3 months free by scanning the QR code, and you can get 83% off as well. I'm going to pause it on there. You can scan the QR code, or you can go through the link in the description. 3 months free and 83% off with the code That's Football. Surfshark, link in the description, or scan the QR code. I'm sure many of you use virtual private networks, but check out Surfshark. I think you'll really like it. It's really easy to use. If you've not tried one, give it a go. Surfshark, really good to use. 3 months free. Not 1, not 2, but 3 months free and 83% off. Links in the description. Use the code That's Football. Mark, I hope you have a good weekend. Thank you for all the content, says Ike. I hope you do as well. Jesus has battered Sterling here, 87%. I would have gone with Jesus, but again, it's an annihilation. He beat Koulibaly by 90%. I thought it'd be a little bit closer with Sterling, but it's annihilation, and Jesus goes through to the final. I think this other semi-final is going to be pretty horrific as well. It's Nick Pope against Haaland for signing of the summer in the second semi-final. I think we all know what the final is going to be, but you know what? Sometimes Man City get Reading in a semi-final. You know, we all know what's going to happen, but you've got to play it. Vote Pope for the banter. No, that's not me saying that. People are saying that. Second half's about to start. 0-0 at half time. 81% of the vote for Haaland. We'll give it 10 seconds. 10, 9. Oh, it's come down to 77%. Bloody hell. All right, okay. We'll give it a little bit longer. Let's have a look what's going on. Is it time to sell Salah from your fancy Premier League team? The minute you sell him, the minute they sell him, the minute you sell Salah, he'll start banging in the goals. You know it. You know it. Right, let's have a look at this. The second half's about to start here, so we need to wrap up pretty quickly on the half-time activity. Haaland's won that one. End the poll. So our final for signing of the summer, and I think you're right. I'll give you some credit here. I think you are right. Let me just start this off. Come on, ref. We're off and running. Yeah, I think you are right with this. It's Haaland or Jesus in the final for signing of the summer. It's in the chat if you want to vote. Who is the signing of the summer? Is it Gabriel Jesus or is it Erling Haaland? Get your votes in. Your decision is there. And then once this is over, I'll tell you who mine was. How much did Arsenal pay for Jesus, by the way? Was it 40 million? £45 million. Right, let's see if Liverpool can keep the intensity of them last few minutes of the half up. Diaz into the box. Cuts it back. Nunez. Offside. See, he's a chance magnet, Diaz. Nunez. I mean, he's not had a clear-cut chance yet, but he's had four half chances, hasn't he? I mean, that was obviously offside. Diaz had... he would have been onside as well. What is the linesman giving offside for there? Terrible. There's miles onside. Absolutely miles on. Does Klopp own a suit or does he come to work looking like a college student every match, says Alligator. I think he just likes wearing a tracksuit. Good play by Samiskas into the box. Everton being pushed back a little bit here. Haaland is winning with 64% at the moment over Jesus. So it looks like Haaland might win this. I'm not putting Darwin Nunez in the top 8 at the moment. We might revisit this in a few weeks' time, and it will become changeable. We've only had 5 games, but as of right now, I wouldn't put him in the top 8 signings of the summer. I think he will get there, but I think an Isaac could be there. I think a Casemiro could be there. I think an Anthony could be there. I think it's something that's worth revisiting. It's not a definitive thing, is it? Diaz, good block. Liverpool are pushing here. Tracksuit's better than a suit with no tie, says Alex G. And Michael T says, I'd argue a signing should be judged on how much difference they can make for the team. City win the Premier League without Haaland, says Michael T. Liverpool are playing a lot better here. I mean, Samiskas has a sight at goal, but it's a ridiculous angle, to be fair. Right, we're going to count this down because Haaland's in front by quite a way with 65%. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Erling Haaland wins with 65% of the vote against Gabriel Jesus in the final of who has been the signing of the summer so far. Erling Haaland is your winner as signing of the summer. So there you go. I am going to say that I disagree with you, but I will tell you why in a minute, because Everton are on the attack with Damari Gray. Lays it off to Iwobi into Morpay, overhead kick over the bar. I think Erling Haaland is the obvious choice to go for when you're going to go for signing of the summer so far, but I actually would have gone for Gabriel Jesus, and I'll explain why. A summer signing should not just be about the headline. Oh, Erling Haaland scoring a lot of goals for Man City. What a bloody surprise. He's one of the best strikers in the world. It's an obvious signing done by one of the biggest teams in the world. And the fee is ridiculous. Like, there's a load of hidden fees in that. I know for a fact that there's a load of hidden fees because Man United were looking at buying Haaland, and you pay the release clause to Dortmund and then you pay tens of millions of pounds in other ways. So the signing itself will have cost a hell of a lot of money for Man City. He's a fantastic player, bought by a fantastic team, and there's no doubt he's a fantastic signing. But for me, a signing is a player that is done, that massively changes the team, like Michael said, but also is done for a fee that is, you know, not hidden fees of wages and signing on fees. Arsenal have paid 45 million for Gabriel Jesus. He's 25 and he's won 4 Premier League titles. Like, that for me is signing of the summer. And he's also gone into that team and made a massive difference, as has Erling Haaland. I think it's close. But I think Erling Haaland is almost like just a very obvious pick as signing of the summer. But I think wherever he went, that was going to happen. I mean, Jesus has got a little bit more thinking to it. It's a good value deal. He's massively improved that team. So I would have gone for Jesus over Haaland because I think it's got more strands to it. But, you know. What I'm trying to say is I don't think signing of the summer is like, oh, look at that. You know, that they bought Haaland, so he's signing of the summer. I don't think it's that simple. I don't. And people will be going, oh, he's talking nonsense. But I'm not talking nonsense because I actually truly believe it. That the signing of the summer... Look at Manchester United, right? What's the signing of the summer? If they all play well, is Antony a better signing than Malacia? No, he's not. Malacia's a better... If Antony and Malacia have the same season, they're both brilliant. Is Antony a better signing than Malacia? Of course he's not, because we bought Malacia from Feyenoord, who, for cheaper money, he is a better signing because he's exceeded what was expected. And Jesus is exceeding what was expected. Haaland is amazing player. But they've paid massive money for him, and he's one of the best players in the world, playing in one of the best teams in the world. Jesus is apparently shit. 25, 4 Premier League titles, 45 million, going into an Arsenal side that most people laugh at. And now they're top of the league. For me, it's logical that Jesus is a better signing, but some people don't want to listen. I think they're both the best 2 signings of the summer, without doubt, but I would go for Jesus for different reasons. Value for money and impact on the team, yeah. Pure ability. I think where people are getting a bit upset here is they're not listening. They think ability. They're thinking, oh, Haaland's better than Jesus. Of course he is. Connor Cody's probably better than Bella Kotchap, but I prefer Bella Kotchap as a signing. I think it's a brilliant signing. We're not saying who's better. We're saying who's a better signing. And a signing is not always about ability. It's about price, what they do in the team they go into, value for money, etc. And I think it's a good point. Man City, do you think Man City have improved with Haaland in the team? I think they have, but I think they'd still be winning all the games without him as well. Would Arsenal be winning all their games without Jesus? No, I don't think they would. I don't. But look, I love it. It's all about opinion. These are the things that we do it for. I could never do a show that was just boring and everybody agreed. The fact that there's passion on both sides makes it good. Liverpool are pushing better here in the second half. You feel like it's a matter of time before they score. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. We're closing in on 755,000. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. We should have well, not quite yet, but we should have some early team news coming in. Nunez is already. Somebody just said, "Can you take Nunez? Can we take Nunez off and bring Firmino on?" Firmino is already on, and Nunez is on as well. I don't know whether you can see it on the screen there. Yes, you can. Firmino came on for Carvalho, so he's got the arrow underneath him, as you can see, as it went round there. Krull says Haaland was bought for way less than his actual value, which is 150 million. I'll guarantee you now, mate, whatever you think Haaland's been bought for, there's at least another 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 million going somewhere. I know this because United were looking at the deal. Like there's it might have changed with Mino Raiola's passing, but the reason that the release clause was set with Dortmund was because there's a load of money going elsewhere. Like it was, I think it was going to Haaland's dad and all sorts. I don't know whether anybody's actually been able to get access to where the money's gone in the Haaland deal, but there was a load of money going elsewhere when United were looking at it. Basically, Man City haven't paid £50 million for Haaland, and that's it. There's a load of money going elsewhere as well. But it's not really been covered, I admit. Some people might not realise that, but because I'm a United fan and I know United tried to get Haaland twice, that we tried to get him from Salzburg, and he went to Dortmund because basically we would not. There was a release fee in there, but I mean, Dean says 40 million to his agent and 25 million to his dad. I mean, that's 65 million on top straight away. I think I would imagine that Haaland deal, Man City have spent about 150 million quid on it. Yeah. Man City fans won't want to hear it, but you know what? We were in for Haaland before you. And well done, you got him. He's brilliant. I don't know. Again, it's just the bitterness that some people have. They can't. This channel's not like that. Like I say, I've just been bigging up Jesus. I'm not an Arsenal fan. If I'm on the United stand, I might do it to troll people and wind people up a bit, but I don't do it on here. It's a general football conversation. I know that the Haaland deal, whatever was paid as the release clause, there'll be a load of money behind that going to the agents, going to the father and everywhere else, because that's what was quoted to United when we were going to buy him from Dortmund as well. So there'll be a load of other money going there. But does it really matter? Because Erling Haaland on a normal market, I mean, how much is he worth? 150, 200 million today? The thing I would like to know is there a release clause that Man City have got? When Man City sell him, I think there's a release clause there as well, isn't there? I wonder if we can actually find. Double substitution for Liverpool. Haaland is coming... not Haaland. Smiskas is coming off for Robertson and Milner's coming on. I mean, look, I take this with a pinch of salt, but apparently there are 2 release clauses in Man City's Haaland 5-year deal. He can leave the club for 200 million in the summer of 2024 euros, or 175 million the following close season. But he's probably worth that. Anyway, back to the game. Idrissa Gueye, I think, might be coming on for Everton here. They need to get hold of that midfield. They've not really created anything in the second half. Half an hour to go. I feel that this game is just drifting towards a Liverpool 1-0 win at the moment. Everton are not really creating anything here. Haaland will go to probably Real Madrid, I think, next. He's going to be like Zlatan. He's going to go around the leagues, isn't he? He'll play in the Premier League until he's about 25. And then he'll go to La Liga until he's probably about 28. and then he'll go to Serie A until he's about 31, and then he'll probably go back to one of the other leagues, and then he'll go MLS. Corner to Everton here. Football is life. Says, as a City fan, I'm going for United tomorrow. Yeah, well, City fans, we're such a irrelevancy to Man City fans that Man City fans all want United to win tomorrow. Could go to Barcelona as well. Haaland, yeah. It's a terrible corner. Who took that corner there? Damari Gray, that's crap. Yeah, if you had Tsimikas and Trent in your team for Champions, for Fantasy Premier League, you're not getting a clean sheet because they were subbed off before 60 minutes. That is an absolute killer. Klopp's done it on purpose. Trent off for Milner on the 59th minute and Tsimikas off for Robertson on the 59th minute. That's well, you know, I don't think Premier League managers realise this, but Klopp's done you there. Davies hasn't had a yellow card either. He's been subbed off before a yellow card. Yeah, it's been a weird game. Idrissa Gueye comes on. So Milner's on at right back and Robertson's on at left back. Nice ball out to Gordon. He needed to cut that back. Patterson. Oh, he hit it well. It's a good block by Van Dijk. I think that was going in. Corner to Everton. Good overlapping run. What do we think about this Patterson for Everton? I've been quite impressed with him. I don't think it was going in. I think it was going wide. Bradley thinks Iwobi's a decent midfielder. I don't. I think he's not a decent midfielder. But he's not been bad today. I think Everton, I tell you what, I think that's one of the best deals ever. You know, people talk about 80 million Leicester got for Harry Maguire, but I still think that Iwobi went for 40 million, didn't he? Didn't Arsenal get 40 million? Oh, Firmino nearly bagging the FPL points again. Good save by Pickford. Deflected a bit as well. Good save. Goes for a corner. 63 minutes. It's been a typical sort of derby, this, hasn't it? Very tight. Very tight indeed. Oh, header straight at the keeper from Firmino again. God, tell you what, get Firmino in your fancy Premier League. Could have had 2 goals in 2 minutes. Straight at the keeper, though. Another cross into the back post. Van Dijk. They're dominant in the air here, Liverpool. Nunez. Fabinho. Oh, God. Pickford man of the match, I reckon. What, he's had a great game. Done well there. He has Matthew, he's done well so far. Pickford's on fire, says Ryan Powell. Yeah. Another cross. Oh, I tell you what, Liverpool are so good at corners, aren't they? Everton need a goal, really. Oh, lovely play by Damari Gray. He's put Milner on his arse. Jadon Sancho, part 2 here. Oh, my God. Everton have got to score. He's got to go back post. He's got to score. Morpay. What a save by Alisson. They've got to score that. What a save. They ended up with a 5v3 on the break. And Damari Gray did fantastic, and he gives it to Morpay. He's got to score. Salah's done well to get back, but yeah, he's hit it straight at the keeper. That's terrible. Hard to finish that. He's hit it straight at the keeper. Terrible finishing. Terrible. Morpay, you prat. Corner for Everton. Oh, I tell you what, it was exciting though, wasn't it? It was exciting for a minute. Chelsea versus West Ham at 3 o'clock. Well, Pickford's played well. Alisson's done his part. Of course, we've got some good 3 o'clock kickoffs today because it's the Champions League, isn't it? Sometimes you get really rubbish 3 o'clock games. Tell you what though, if Liverpool were to lose this, it'd be a terrible start to the season for them, wouldn't it? $20 minutes to go. I think Liverpool have got to try and go for this a bit, haven't they? Don't really think a point for them is good enough when you think that they've drawn to Fulham and Palace already. Corner to Liverpool. Well, yeah, not only that. Drawn with Fulham, drawn with Palace, drawing with Everton, lost to United. Well, they're looking good from corners though. Robertson with the corner. It's a good one. Free header for Van Dijk. Second ball. Still in the box. Gordon. Good play. They're on the break again here. They've got to get this right. Gordon. He's got to slip Morpay in. Morpay. Oh, he's crap, Morpay. Get rid of him. He's rubbish. 2 breaks he's ruined now. Absolute rubbish. I'd be fuming. He's just absolutely doesn't know what he's doing. Corner to Everton. Headed away. It's frenetic though, this last 20 minutes. Both teams obviously fancy they can get a win. Back post cross. Good take. Is it a goal? Is it a goal? I think Connor Cody scored a goal. I think he scored a goal. He might be offside. He's right on the line. Cody, 1-0 to Everton. My reaction should be better than that. It should be better than that, but I sense there may be an offside. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure at all. Klopp doesn't look convinced. The Liverpool defence doesn't look convinced. I think it might be a goal. I think it's 1-0 to Everton with 20 minutes to go. Let's watch this back. Back post. Cross comes in. All the way to the other side. Damari Gray gets it. He crosses it to the back post. Morpay with the cross shot. He's miles offside. He's fucking miles offside. I told you he was offside. Goldbridge was right. He's miles off. I knew it. I knew he was offside. That's why I didn't celebrate. I knew it. Knew it was offside. How's he celebrating? This is what I don't understand. Is as a footballer, you know you're offside. He's looking at the line. He knows he's offside and he's ran off celebrating. I mean, there is an angle there, though. There is an angle. But I still think he's off. Yeah, he's off. You can tell it. Well, they're looking at it, you know. I mean, it looks miles off. Tense for Everton fans. If they're in the ground, he's miles off. That's not. How have they took so long to do that? Come on, he's fucking miles off. The fact that they had to check, that's a joke. Miles off. They made you think like it wasn't going to be offside. Miles off. Bloody miles off. Nil-nil. He's got to know he's offside as well. Well, I didn't celebrate it, did I? Like I normally would. I'm a United fan. Of course I want Liverpool to lose, but it'd be the same the other way. But I felt it was offside, and it was. So I suppose you just get lost in the moment, don't you? I think he obviously felt that he was on, but you were definitely off, pal. You were definitely off. I had a super chat. Liverpool players ain't going to give you for FPL points this season, Mark. Keep Sterling, Haaland, Jesus and Sancho and see the magic, says Tam. Hi, Mark, says Thomas. Hi, Thomas. So, look, it's been I tell you what, regardless of the fact it's not a goal for Everton, they're still very much in this game, and they've caught Liverpool on the break a few times. Bit of indiscipline from Nunez there. That'll be good. That'll be music to Everton defenders' ears. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. We're really close to 755,000. Bottom right-hand corner to do it. Nunez just showing off his how he can get at him. Because you can. I tell you what, if Morpay was sharp, I think they'd be 1-0 up anyway. I know he had a lot to do with that chance, but yeah. What's for lunch, Goldbridge? Bowl of shreddies. I'll finish this stream, quick bowl of shreddies, and then back for the 3 o'clocks. Chart show makes its return on United Stand today as well. I mean, look at those stats, though. Look at that. Everton have been pretty good in the chance creation department. I mean, you wouldn't expect them to win the possession game. A few people saying Liverpool, i.e. live VAR pool, but honestly, I thought it was offside anyway. I'm just going to give you some. Some team news coming in. Team news is coming in. You might be interested for your fantasy Premier League teams. So I'm just going to tell you a bit of team news as it comes in here, because Newcastle one's quite big. St Maximum's not fit, and he's not on the bench. So if you had St Maximum like me, he doesn't play. I went for it. I took a risk. He's not fit. Chelsea team: Mendy, Fofana, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly. He's gone back to a back three. Now he's got Fofana. James, Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher, Kovacic, Cucurella, Sterling and Pulisic as the front two. West Ham: Fabianski, Kufal, Keher, Zuma, Emerson, Rice and Soucek, Bowen, Paqueta, Fornals and Antonio. Scamacca is obviously injured still. Let's have a look who else is playing. Tottenham playing at 3 o'clock. Lloris, Romero, Dyer, Longley, Emerson Royale, Højbjerg, Bentancur, Sessegnon, Richarlison, Son and Kane. So Basuma's back out of the team. And back to the bench. Everton looking to break here. No, they won't do that. Tottenham, we've done that. Lingard's back in the team for Forest. Loddy starts. Kayate, Johnson, Gibbs-White. There you go. There you go. Thanks for the super chat from ABC. Says, hi Mark, I'm a United fan and it seems Liverpool and Chelsea aren't guaranteed top four. What do you think? Yeah, they're just not getting up to pace at the moment, are they, Liverpool? And I don't think, again, I'd say the same against Palace and Fulham. Have they done enough to win the game? There's still time. Space Doggy says that Liverpool will win 1-0 and 15 minutes is a long time in football, but you assess what happens in front of you, and I don't think that they've done enough to win the game so far. Will Brendan Rodgers see out the season? And if he doesn't, is that him done in the Premier League, says Mega? I think Liverpool I think Leicester Anana's just gone down injured here. There's been a yellow card. I think Leicester and respect Brendan Rodgers, and I think it's the same as at Everton. Oh, it's a nasty tackle that by Van Dijk. It's not a red, but he has stamped down on him. Looks bad in slow-mo. It will have really hurt. Right on his ankle. Full weight of Van Dijk studs. Red card 100%, says Connor. I don't think it is a red. For me, I don't think it is a red. But I'm sure VAR would review it if it was to be, and it doesn't look like it is being reviewed. But it will. I tell you what, it will bloody hurt. It will bloody hurt. I'll tell you that. Full weight of Van Dijk stamping down on your ankle. Looks like he's okay. But yeah, not a red for me. Not a red. Yeah, if it was higher, it might have been a red. It's just, it's not, the reason it's not a red, I mean, I don't think you can just say it's not a red. The reason it's not a red for me is he's genuinely attempted to get the ball. It's a skill move that is meant he's late. There's no momentum or out of control element to the tackle. He's literally just popped his foot in to try and get the ball. The ball's gone and his studs have gone down on the player with no intent, no malice. It's not reckless either. So for me, it's not a red. And if that starts being a red, then the game's gone. Having said that, in the modern game, I wouldn't be surprised if a red did get given, but whether it's a Liverpool player or not, it's not a red for me. Not a red for me. Corner to Everton. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka in the Champions League, that was never a red. Obviously, it got given. Was that the Champions League? I think that was the Europa League. Maybe it was the Champions League. Getting very close to being a really good result for Everton, though, this, isn't it? 10 minutes. But we know what happened on Wednesday night. Liverpool, 7 minutes. 2 minutes of added time on added time. Corner to Everton. Headed away by Fabinho. Salah, what's going on with Salah? What is going on with Salah? Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Nunez has gone on for Jota, and Matip is on for Elliott. So good for Liverpool to have Jota back, by the way. I think he's massively important to them. The question has to be asked, what dirt does James Milner have on Klopp that he keeps playing? He's past it, says Nick. Well, Joe Gomez has gone to right back. Milner's gone back into the midfield. Matip comes in at centre-back. I mean, I think Liverpool will start to get better with people like Jota and Matip and I mean, the only big player they're really missing at the moment is Thiago, isn't it? I don't know when he's coming back. Dwight McNeil coming on for Everton. God, is anyone else's coverage just... It's a bit like when I was playing FIFA the other day. It just keeps pausing every 10 seconds. Yeah, please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I think we might have hit 755,000 now, actually. Remember to get involved with That's Football. Everyone's welcome on here. We are doing the 3 o'clock games as well. It's all set up. So straight after this, you can go to the chat there and we'll start at 3. That Anana gets himself around, doesn't he? Yeah, my BT seems to have settled a bit now. Rocking chair. Talk about being alone. Sitting there by the phone. Waiting for my memories to come and play. I'm older than I wish to be. This town holds no more for me. Anthony is number 21, not 11. I don't know anybody who said he was number 11, mate. I certainly didn't. I knew he was number 21 yesterday. I don't know why it's breaking news. I think United just released the same news twice to bloody hype up their socials. Fucking hell, they ain't half rinsing this Anthony deal, aren't they? Anthony, can you tweet us and we'll tweet you back? John says, can you tweet a little bit more? Chart show's out today, Cap. Don't worry about that. The chart show is out today. 7 o'clock, I think we're going to release it. Jonathan says, what's wrong with Salah? I don't know. I don't know. Liverpool are going to need a late goal here. Just not done enough, have they? Not done enough. Who's impressed me? The right back for Everton. Don't really know much about him, to be honest. Didn't watch a lot of Everton last year. He might be 92 for all I know. Let's do a little bit of a profile on him. I think he deserves it. Patterson, he's 20 years of age. Nathan Kenneth Patterson, he's a Scottish professional footballer who plays as a right back for Premier League club Everton and the Scottish national team. I'm not literally reading this from Wikipedia, of course I am. They signed him from Rangers on a 5.5-year deal. Undisclosed. There you go. He's played well. McNeil. Morpay again. Crap. Oh! Dwight McNeil shoots. And it takes a couple of deflections. And Alisson's there. He's 20, Patterson. So good one for the future. And Everton, a little bit close there. I keep thinking Morpay's Richarlison. And then he touches the ball and I realise he's not. We'll give him a bit of credit, Morpay, because he might just be, you know, not very sharp, but I think Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the league, I do. I think he's better than Ederson. Who plays for Brazil? Do they pick Ederson or Alisson? Because I think Alisson's better than Ederson. How's your FPL looking, says Ralph? I haven't got any players playing yet. It's... Do you agree Daniel Day-Lewis is the best actor? He's very good, Alex G. Liam's got his starter pack for Sneak. Yeah, good one, Liam. Check it out. You'll be enjoying that. Don't drink them all in one day, though, because that's too many energy drinks. Both keepers have been good today. Yeah. There's a lot of problems with BT apparently. I don't know what they are. But I never have the audio on anyway because I hate their commentary. No, I don't. I just don't have the audio on because I don't want to be influenced by anybody else apart from yourselves. Are you doing Villa versus City watch along? No. So I'm back on at 3 o'clock for the 3 o'clocks on here. So little break and then I'm back at 3 o'clock for 3 o'clocks. And then I'm not doing the 5:30 game. I'm going to go down pub and have something to eat. And then I'm on Talk Sports YouTube channel at 7:30, live on the radio with the Goldbridge show. You can call in. 7:30 till 8 tonight. Looking forward to it. Take your calls. This game's going to end in a draw, says Matry. I've been saying all game I fancy Liverpool to win 1-0. They don't deserve to win. Everton have been the better side second half. But Alex says, what's your top 3 sports to watch in order? Football. And then my favourite sports at the moment, Formula 1, snooker, NFL. I consistently watch them quite a lot. I'll dabble with rugby and, you know, if the Olympics are on and stuff like that. But Liverpool on the attack here with Salah. Oh, what a save by Pickford from Firmino again. I don't know whether Firmino's a chance magnet at the moment, isn't he? Lovely ball by Salah, to be fair. Let's watch this chance for Firmino again. Lovely ball by Salah. And yeah, he just doesn't catch it on the full, does he? NFL starts next weekend, doesn't it? Got a super chat coming in here. Got my sneak yesterday. It's lovely. Who do you think will win, West Ham or Chelsea, says Tumbleweed. I think Chelsea will win today. Yeah, at home at the Bridge. Back with a back 5. Yeah. Who's your NFL team, says Alec. I've always been Dallas Cowboys, but I really have got into the Bills, Buffalo Bills. I just like the way they play. You know, they go for the first downs, don't they? On and don't punt. So I like. They're an aggressive attacking side. So yeah, I like the Bills. But Cowboys are my team, really. I like Tom Brady, but he plays for bloody the Bucks, doesn't he? Which is Glazers. But then again, that's not a reason not to like the Bucks, because Man United are owned by the Glazers as well, aren't they? It's not their fault. Who do you think will win the Champions League? I've got PSG, says Splashy. I've gone with Bayern. I'm going with Bayern this year. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't like Mahone. He's very good. There's just something about him I don't like. It's a bit like Verstappen. I can respect their quality, but I'm not a fan. So we're about to hit the 90th minute here. Liverpool are going to have to win this late. Here's Dwight McNeil. It's not a great cross. It's not been a bad game for a 0-0. Oh, 6 minutes added on. That means there's going to be 9, but it's Liverpool again. Diaz, crap shot. Salah's going to pick it up. Somebody at the door. Now Dwight McNeil. He needs more pay to make the run. Oh my God. Still Dwight McNeil. He's done well. He's done well there. Damari Gray. Straight at the shot. Straight at the keeper. Still 6 minutes to go here. 6 minutes added on. Well done, Patterson again. I can't give him man of the match, Patterson, because I think it's got to be Pickford, but he's had a good game. Morpay's won it at the end. Oh, I'd love to be reeling that one out again. Morpay won it at the end. Morpay's won it at the end. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. You're all welcome on That's Football. We're live again at 3 o'clock for all the 3 o'clock games. And we normally do the Saturday 12:30, to be fair. That's a good cross. He's not got on it, though. Is that Jota? Probably needed Nunez there. Nunez will be sat on the bench going, oh, I wish I'd got my head on that. Still 4 minutes. I think it's Amazon. Fabinho's been booked. If Liverpool do it again, it will be ridiculous. But I've just got I've got that feeling that here's Morpay. He's been rubbish. Wins a throw in. Yeah, McNeil's looked lively since he's come on. I mean, they've got some Gordon, Damari Gray, McNeil. They just need goals. That team needs... I mean, where's Calvert-Lewin again? When's Calvert-Lewin back? Does anyone know? They just... I don't think Morpay's going to solve their goal scoring issues. He's a hard worker, but Milner's just gone through Idrissa Gueye there. Oh, here we go. Salah, this could be it. Good block. Iwobi will clear it. Van Dijk, he's not done particularly well. Fabinho goes in though. Calvert-Lewin's back in mid-September, says Purple Egg Animates. Thanks for that. Well, Liverpool have sort of come alive here. Last couple of minutes of the half. Well, last couple of minutes of the game. Matip. That's going out for a goal kick. Yeah, so tune in at 3 o'clock. We'll be back with the 3 o'clock kickoffs. 2 minutes to go here. Pickford's got it in the hand. As a Man United fan, I can't believe Liverpool spent 80 million on a guy that lets the ball just bounce off his head. Never mind, says Brian. I don't think it's... I don't think it's just his fault, to be honest, today. I think Everton might have just taken a step back now. Here's Salah. Post. Oh, Salah. Oh, post from Salah and then out. They've nearly won it at the end. Mark, you look fresh and relaxed, buddy. How are you? Says Vic. I'm very well, thanks, mate. Hope you're doing well as well. Mark, Mercedes looked good in qualifying today. Says Tumbleweed. Yeah, I'm going to turn it on in a minute. Salah hits the post. Pickford celebrates. He knows he probably deserves to get something out of this. Pitch is too dry, says my channel. Yeah, you've got to give Pickford man of the match. Liverpool just haven't done enough to win. Cold, harsh facts. Liverpool have just not done enough to win today. They'll say they've hit the post, etc., but so did Everton in the first half. It's been a very equal game, and Everton are worthy of a point, especially. I mean, you know, sometimes the goalkeeper's man of the match, and you're like, how didn't we win that game? But Liverpool have just got to look at the start to the season and say, did we do enough to beat Fulham? Did we do enough to beat United? Did we do enough to beat Palace? Did we do enough to beat Everton? You know, it took a last-second goal to get something against Newcastle. And the referee blows, and that's like a win for Everton. Pickford, fantastic. Everton take a point. Lampard will be happy with that. A little bit of pressure off him. He's got to go to Arsenal next week. Doesn't get any easier for Everton. But they were good today. They were well worthy of a point. And Liverpool. What can I say about Liverpool? I can tell you this about Liverpool. They are currently on, what, 9 points? 9 points from 9, or 10 points from 9. I think it's 9 points from 9. 9 points from 18. So they've dropped half their points. It's not a good start from Liverpool. Not a good start at all. I think they'll get better, but that's not good from Liverpool. The start after 6 games to take 9 points, it ain't good enough for them, and they need to start doing a little bit better, don't they? 2 wins, 3 draws, and a loss for Liverpool. We are back at 3 o'clock for the 3 o'clock kickoff. So I'll push you over onto that stream. The live chat's already open, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get something to eat.